Let's get into the book of Nehemiah, verse 1. Nehemiah's prayer for Israel. The words of Nehemiah, the son of Hakaliah. And it came to pass in the month Chisleu, in the 20th year, as I was in the Shushan, the palace, that Hanani, one of my brethren, came, and he and certain men of Judah, and I asked them concerning the Jews that had escaped, which were left from the captivity, and concerning Jerusalem. And they said unto me, the remnant that are left of the captivity there in the province are in great affliction and reproach. The wall of Jerusalem also is broken down, and the gates thereof are burnt with fire. Wow. And also, my book has the precepts. 2 Kings chapter 25 verse 10 is a precept. And it came to pass, when I heard these words, that I sat down and wept, and mourned certain days, and fasted and prayed before the Elohim of heaven, and said, I beseech thee, O Elohim, Yah of heaven, the great and terrible Yah, that keepeth covenant and mercy for them that love him and observe his commandments. There's another precept, Daniel chapter 9 verses 4, and also Exodus chapter 20 verse 6. Let thine ear now be attentive, and thine eyes open, that thou mayest hear the prayer of thy servant, which I pray before thee now, day and night, for the children of Israel, thy servants. It's talking about us black people here in America, all of us that was scattered to the four corners of the earth, which is all the tribe of Judah. That 12 tribes chart is inaccurate. And there's also millions and millions of so-called Jews, but Israelites, black Israelites in Africa as well today. It's a fact. DNA actually, the Igbo tribe actually, DNA traced back to the so-called Middle East, which we know that is also North Africa. It's on the African tectonic plate. And confess the sins of the children of Israel, which we have sinned against thee. Both I and my father's house have sinned. Look at all the precepts for that. We have dealt very corruptly against thee. See? Nehemiah is confessing the sins, not only his sins, but his family sins, the children of Israel's sins. These are all black people. And then Nehemiah he's confessing the sins for the whole nation. He's saying we have dealt with thee corruptly. He's talking about the Most High. We have dealt with you corruptly, and have not kept the commandments, nor the statutes, nor the judgments, which thou commandest thy servant Moses. Wow. Remember, I beseech thee, the word that thou commandest thy servant Moses, saying, if you transgress, I will scatter you abroad among the nations. See right here? This is in the Old Testament, because a lot of people don't like to get into the New Testament, which is I just find ridiculous, because the Old Testament refers to a lot of it's prophesized the Messiah coming in the New Testament, and a bunch of things that was going to happen was revealed in the New Testament. So I find it very difficult to believe that people can get into the New Testament. That's just ridiculous to me. But remember, I beseech thee, the word that thou commandest thy servant Moses, saying, if ye transgress, I will scatter you abroad among the nations. He's talking about black people. He's going to scatter us abroad if we did not keep the commandments of the Most High, which we didn't keep the commandments of the Most High, and this is why we were scattered abroad via transatlantic slave trade. But if ye turn unto me and keep my commandments. See, this is back. This is in the Old Testament. This is when we had a chance to. We still have a chance to repent and turn away from our sins now, but we could have prevented the whole slavery thing if we just kept the commandments. We could have prevented that. But our people are stubborn. Our people are stiff-necked. Our people do whatever they want. You can't tell them anything. But if you turn unto me and keep my commandments and do them, though there were of you cast out into the uttermost part of heaven, yet will I gather them from thence and will bring them unto the place that I have chosen to set my name there. See, this is talking about all of us being scattered abroad. And the Most High, so it is actually saying, even us right now, we have the ability to come together and follow these laws, statutes, commandments, and judgments. And the Most High will come and take us from these foreign lands and bring us back into our own land and bless us abundantly. Our people are stubborn though. We refuse. We like suffering and being in captivity and being having second class citizenship. Some of us, not all of us, most of us, a lot of us enjoy this. We enjoy getting 20, 30 years for a crime that a white man can get 4 years for, or even probation. We think it's cool. What it is that we're not awakened. We're still sleeping. But in the conscious community, we know that these are all part of the curses. So let me finish this. Now these are thy servants. Now these are thy servants and thy people, whom thou hast redeemed by thy great power and by thy strong hand. There's precepts for that as well. Deuteronomy chapter 9, verse 29. Daniel chapter 9, verse 15. O Lord, I beseech thee, let now thine ear be attentive to the prayer of thy servant, and to the prayer of thy servants who desire to fear thy name and prosper. I pray thee, thy servants, this day, and grant him mercy in the sight of this man, for I was the king's cupbearer. Nehemiah's request, Nehemiah chapter 2.